Okay. Hello, everybody. We're back. I've got my music a little loud in my headphones. I don't know why I have it up that high. I was like trying to hear what the song was. Okay. Now I can, I've got my level set correctly for me. Anyway, hi. Welcome. Gonna be working on this beautiful Jack Skellington again. He is turning out so great. I did change the thumbnail so that it would show him, as he is right now rather than leaving the thumbnail, which I normally do. But, excited to get back to work on him. Today is a lot of background. If you can see here, we've got a moon, which from looking at the reference photos from the movie, the moon is tinted yellow. It is not a white moon, it is a yellow moon. So I will be doing that. I'm also going to be tinting the bats and the ghoulies right here, the little ghosties. They'll also be tinting a little bit yellow, less than the moon. Okay, they will still tint a little yellow, but not as much as the moon. I am really debating sneaking a little neon yellow in the pumpkin glow and on the moon, and maybe those little guys too, just to kind of give it that little extra pop of fun with it. So that is where this is at right now. The ground, for the most part, is brown. So we'll be doing browns for the ground. I know that's not very exciting. I am realizing that I think I left a ton of pencils in the other room real quick because I was working in we now have a study at our house. Exciting. I was working in the study last night on Oogie Boogie, which he also turning out great. Not going to show him though. That's one thing. Subscribe, notifications. He'll be shown in a short. So that is like I'm dangling the carrot with that. So, but anyway, Grace and Lottie's channel. I'm Elizabeth. Welcome in. Also going to be a strange day because my mom is coming into town, so I will be ending the stream when she gets here, wherever that may be. And if this isn't finished, I will be finishing it off stream. Just because I need to stay on schedule because Sally is next. Here is Sally. Sally will be the next two streams, which will be next Tuesday and Wednesday. So that'll have this grouping finished on Wednesday of next week. I've also got a Lock, Shock, and Barrel. They will also be done off stream just because of time. I don't have enough stream time to get all of these done on stream. So that being said, let me go get the other pencils that I realized I left in the other room because I'm going to need those for the brown ground. So I will be right back. And with that move, I think I now have more pencils outside of the box than in the box. I'm realizing it's like I'm looking in with all the pencils that I have out right now. Yeah. Anyway. Let's get putting some pencil on paper. So I'm going to start with the ground just because I just did the ground. I kind of know what colors that needs to be. This pencil for Oogie Boogie, by the way, oh my goodness, I used so much of it. I sharpened that one several times. I also added a couple of things in case you are looking to the shopping tab. I'm just going to tell you what they are. This is the blender pencil. It doesn't come in the set, so I added that just so you could look at it if you wanted to look at it, as well as my little handy dandy eraser that sometimes I use. I put that in there just if you want to look at it and know a little bit more about the product. Not that I, like, if you're interested, get it. If not, find it somewhere else. If you find it somewhere else cheaper, go for it. I just put it there so that it's an easy link to get to check it out. So that's it there. And hello, Mandy, and hello, Shrubs. I see you there. Coming in before the stream even went live. Okay, starting with my espresso. Espresso is like the equivalent of brown black mascara in this set. It is literally almost black. It's still brown. So it's good to just kind of use that one to help lay in these shadows. You're not going to see it a ton on this. Can I zoom in on the ground? I don't think I can because it crosses the whole thing. Basically, this is acting as a placeholder for me right now. While I kind of... So that the other colors, when I come in with them, won't stick as well. Okay, from here, I've gone back and forth whether I think it's dark umber then dark brown or dark brown then dark umber. Let's look. Also, shameless plug, swatch charts. There'll be a link that pops up in the chat occasionally for that. These are over on the Etsy store. I ran it on black, so that's what dark umber looks like. That's what dark brown looks like. It looks like dark umber is the darker choice. Again, why these come in handy. And that is the exact same paper I'm using, which, by the way, is just black construction paper. It isn't a super fancy, expensive paper. And I'm just going to use this. Just kind of adding a little bit here. And now for that dark brown. Going in with that. It's also going to come down here because this is our base color. I can tell when it's paycheck day with my kids because they go out and do things. Hold on, I got a call. Okay, now I'm back. Little cough there. I'm like adoring the way this is coming out here. That's a lot of just. Okay, now we're coming with this. This is light umber. This light umber has done a ton of heavy lifting in this whole thing. Just gonna use that to blend in a little bit. There we go. That's got some lay down there. Let's go ahead and get the Gamsol ready. Oh, I never emptied my pencil sharpener yesterday. That's a yikes. That's on me. I just looked at it. It's like it is about to overflow. Give this all a good little wash over at the Gamsol. There we go. First layer down. It kind of disappears. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys kind of see. It's just a little bit of a tint right here. I like doing that just because I feel like it allows a little bit of color for the background, but it allows Jack to pop out. I want Jack to be the focus of this. The gravestones, the pumpkins, I want those to really pop off the page. So having the background disappear a little bit more to me makes a lot of sense. So that is my take on that. I'm going to add a little more color to it. Where are you, dark brown? There you are. More color, not a lot. It's always easier to add color to than to take it away. And I come back in with that. And it's such a quick motion. I know I'm not getting all of it on camera, but I want you guys to see the color too. It's kind of a hard one to capture this well, especially in a vertical format. I guess I could turn it sideways. Why don't I do that? That'll allow me to zoom in a little bit. We could turn this sideways. Who says we are? There we go. Now you'll be able to see it a little bit better, a little more zoomed in. Look at that. I think this is looking great. Like, this is just really a little bit of color. And doing this, that tone color, give him some place to stand. We don't want him just floating out in the middle of nowhere, floating in the void. Let me get a little more Gamsol on this. I think I can call that part done. There we go. Look at that. Okay, get that all smoothed out. There we go. That's got that part done. Nice little background there. Look at him. He's got some place to stand now. He's a happy Jack Skellington. So next, I think I'm just going to go for the purple. If we're going to do backgrounds, just bite the big old bullet and put in this big old purple background. Using one of the scariest colors I know, because if you think about trying to write this one in cursive, you've seen the movie Billy Madison, this one will be scary. It's dioxazine purple hue. Like, so it made the scary, the spooky color list that I've got. Oh, thanks for the sub. Smita Savant, I don't know if you are here from that, but I will say thank you for the sub. If you are watching, if it's here, or if it's from another video. I got my Streamlabs working again, so I have a little moderation bot working. So, yay! I'm thankful. It also helps me see when those types of things come through a little bit easier on here. Okay, this is a lot of purple. I have no idea. I'm gonna zoom in. We'll kind of probably do this in quadrants here. And the idea is to more toning, and I'm debating I may come back in and do a little more color work with this, because the purple that I saw in some of the backgrounds was a little plummier, which was kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting it to have that warmer plummy tint. So that's easy to do. That's not a big deal. And it'll go right over top of this. No problem. I like this coloring sheet, which the coloring sheet is the pinned comment, as well as it's in the description, a link to where I got it. I like that it has the little border on the outside. I really do. Giving me a stopping point. I really like that. Down this way. Okay, it's sort of given this shade of purple coming on, and I kind of knew it would, is kind of giving, like, especially Tim Burton's Batman vibes. This shade really does a lot. I know you're probably not seeing it as much. It's just black. This tone on the camera. It tries really hard, but it does give a little bit weird. It does its best with the black paper. I think we'll say that's a rock. I would rather that be a rock. The rocks are gonna be cool gray, by the way. We'll get to those in a little bit. Okay, back up to the top. Okay, I don't know Spanish. Let's see, can I get that and translate? I don't have a quick button that I can translate. Hold on. What is this? This is Jack Skellington. It is a coloring sheet. See, there we are, coloring the background right now with Prismacolor pencils. That's what this is. I have too many pencils on my desk. Zoom back in. Hey, Steven, welcome in. Doing some coloring today. Oh, I still haven't figured out what I want to do, if I want to do green or brown pumpkin stems. Maybe I could throw that up at a pool. I am doing well. There we are. That's got a basic purple tint now. I'm gonna add a little more up here. We're getting cloudy here. I don't think we have a chance of rain today. Suddenly look up and I notice my lighting's changed. There we go. Okay. Zoom out. Give a full shot of him. There you go. Seeing your streams and usually at work. Oh, no worries. They're available for rewatch. No, I'm not that full of myself. Okay, I'm enjoying this so far. Okay, so I think I want to do the moon. No, I'm gonna do the rocks and get this lower area done first. I've got this bit of wrought iron that I'm going to that's really going to be a lot of black here. So this isn't too difficult to do. I'm literally putting black down right now. This is the black pencil, and I will use some gray to add highlights on it, and that's how I'll make it kind of stand out a little bit. Using that cool gray again so that it stands out against the but not a lot. I want it to be shadowed. This will be fast. Thank you, Steven. I've been doing fine. It's been kind of a normal season, which is how life goes sometimes. You get in these beautiful areas where life goes, and there's a rhythm to it, and it feels somewhat normal. And the older you get, the more you realize that you lean into those times, because there's going to be times where it's not. And you let it be, knowing that it's never going to be forever one way or the other where it's like super, super busy. There will be times where it's not. Just like when in times of rest, there will be times that come along that are busy again. So right now, school season's going. Kids are working. It's like we're just in this nice little time. And I like it. Yes, I remember you from previous streams, Steven. Okay, there is that going. Okay, I should have had... Okay, so I know Streamlabs is working, but CloudBot should have done a couple of other things. Let's double check a couple of things here. Okay. Okay, it's supposed to be popping up. Like, it's supposed to let you know, like, where you can find, like, occasionally dropping in the chat a couple of messages. Like, number one, the Etsy store, so if you wanted to get this. And then just the little things that I hate saying out loud, like, hey, if you're here and enjoy the stream, please give a like, consider subscribing, you know, that kind of stuff, like those things. Because I know that it's seeing subs, so it's working there, and it's allowed to post. So, I'm not for sure. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so now I gotta add in, number one, I've got to find the right pencil in this mess because I've made an absolute mess of my desk. That is a cool gray. Okay, we found a cool gray pencil. Step one done. So that I can put in a couple of highlights here. We'll zoom in. I'll do this side. Okay, little, oh, I went off, I'm sorry, I went off camera there a little bit. I'll zoom in that in a little bit so it's hard to see. Let's just make it, you can see the little highlights in there. I think they turned out really cute. I want to put in, okay, I'm using now 90% gray to kind of tone them in a little bit. There we go. I like that a lot. Put that in there too, just to kind of help. Because I got my line got a little messy right there. Okay, there's one side done. Now to do the other. Okay, so this time our light source is on this side. There we are. Just a little bit. Again, this is, there we go. Some wrought iron with a little highlight there. Super, super, super light, but it allows it to not just be flat black back there. Oh, I like it. I'm looking at it now as a whole, and I'm like, ooh. I need to get a little bit of a flick on these guys. There we go. I'm happy with that. Okay, now to do these rocks. Get the rocks in frame well. Okay, I still think this one is popping out so well. It is. I think it's turning out really well on this one, shrubs. I'm happy with it. Okay. More cool gray. Do I have more cool grays out? Oh, you are my warms. I've got like a whole pile of warm grays over here. Have a great nap, Stephen. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you again next time you're here. I've got two. Honestly, I can probably do it with these two grays. 2 gray challenge, guys. Do I make it all work with just these 2 grays? I think I can do it. Let's go for it. Now when I put this one in, it'll start really showing up. I'm liking. Okay, there's some rocks starting. Okay, let's hit some Gamsol in there, and then they will really start to come together. You know what? I'm going to see if I can manually fire those. Can't make it manually fire. There we go. See if that helps. I'm trying to figure out how to get those to run. That's going to be my next thing. A little Gamsol here. starting to look pretty good. Welcome in. I love your name, Draco Malfoy's Shadow. That is a great name. Literally just doing Harry Potter research the other day. I am not a huge follower of The Crown, and I was on Netflix. I was actually watching Sweet Tooth that night, like trying to catch up so I can watch it with my daughter because we really enjoy Sweet Tooth on Netflix. I was thinking, I was like, I saw the thumbnail for The Crown, like saying, "Hey, come watch the show," and I looked and I was like, "That's Professor Umbridge. That's Dolores Umbridge." Like, I looked at it, so like I had to I didn't know what the actress's name was for anything, so like I had to look it up and figure it out, and like sure enough, it was, and it's like it was so funny how much that created a reaction in me from watching the movies. Like, her character's like, Queen Elizabeth was supposed to be like fairly beloved, especially when she was older, right? And I'm like, you cast this woman who for an entire generation creates this just total mal at ease feeling, because she was such a perfect villain in her role. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. But anyway, that was my night the other day. So yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day. That was my little rant. There we go. Getting these little guys done. Little rocks. There we go. Look at those little rocks. Slightly different gray. Really happy about those. There we go. Define that rock a little bit more. Little rocks. Oh, we got some more rocks over here. I gotta do more rocks. I missed rocks. That is probably one. Okay. My husband and I do say the shrubs and I to each other because of the line in Great Pumpkin. They're all going through what they got. I got candy, I got it. And he's like, I got a rock. We'll go, I got a rock. Get that in. Okay. Where did I put my... I keep setting down my Gamsol brush in different spots and I have to find it every time. It would be smart if I actually put those where they belonged. There we go. Those are a little darker. Maybe we need to add a little white. I'll let them set for just a second. Let that Gamsol dry. And then hop in. Oh, thanks for the sub, Kathy. Gorina. I don't know if you're watching here, if you're watching another video on the channel, but I appreciate the sub and glad to have you here. There we go. I think this is one of the... Yeah, we're gonna skip this song. Little ease jammy jams here. This one is not behaving well. We'll make it behave. There we go. There we go. Little rocks. They're not quite as bright as the ones around the middle, but I think I'm okay with that. To the moon. The moon goes first and the little bits on the outside. So the yellows that I kind of have here that equal a good pale yellow. Number one is Deco Yellow. That paired with lemon yellow actually works pretty well. I'm going to use the cream as well for this as a white, and then our little bit of fun that we will put in. And this is where we're going to have to play with it a little bit, but I'm more than happy to play with it. I'm getting it right now. There is the neon yellow, which if I lay over a light layer of that, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get a glow. And my black light here so we can test it as we go. I think the black light makes it lots of fun, and that's one of the things I want to add with this. So these are kind of our yellows here. I'm going to start with the lighter yellows first. Hey, welcome in from Arizona, other end of the United States. I'm in Tennessee. I'm outside of Nashville, but lived in California for a while and Kentucky as well, actually originally from Kentucky. So, okay, I'm going to start with the Deco Yellow. We got a big old moon. Let me put my fingers here so I can see, make sure I kind of get it sized. I want to make sure the moon is in frame. The good news is this yellow should show up pretty well as I get going, because it's going to be pretty, lived in Tennessee for 20 years. What part? I went to college up in Northeast Tennessee. Haven't lived down near Memphis or Chattanooga. But, oh. Being originally from Kentucky, it doesn't feel very different here, obviously. Very similar. We do, however, get more rain here, which is surprising. I didn't expect there to be a big difference in rain. But moving here, I lived in both Northern California and Southern California. Like our first summer here, it just felt like it rained all the time. Like I looked up, I was like, what, is this normal? Like, are we having like crazy amounts of rain? Everybody's like, no, this is pretty normal. That was just a mess. We're gonna grab the eraser. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. About 45 minutes south. Okay. Well, then you will know that I'm in Columbia. As that's about 45 minutes south of Nashville. So. That is it. Yeah, we moved here when everybody was moving here. Back in 2021. So we like it. We're enjoying it's kind of funny after living, we lived in Louisville, we lived in San Diego, we lived in Sacramento. NorCal girl living in Indiana. So my NorCal experience, we were in outside of Sacramento in Rockland. And I only experienced that during the pandemic. So I don't have I know that my experience in NorCal is not like what normal NorCal is. But yeah, okay, now we're going in. I just did, that is the Deco yellow. Now I'm going in with the cream. Okay, keeping track of my yellows here. So you went the opposite direction. And it also depends on what part of Indiana, because living in Louisville, butted up to southern Indiana. Oh, we lived off Cutter's Creek. I know exactly where that is. We actually looked at a house off of Cutter's Creek. I'm really close to Jumbo House. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to dox myself here. So yeah, we're in there. Love shopping in Old Sac. Oh, we loved going down there. We discovered that right after we moved. But especially because that was the spot where you could walk around outside. One of my favorite coffee shops was down there called Mast. We live both in California. Yeah, right trips. It's called Mast, and they had the most incredible buckwheat coffee cake. And I know that probably sounds a little bit weird, but I loved it, and it was so yummy. We loved being able to go to Tahoe or to the beach. It was the same distance from there. Let's turn back to Tennessee. I've never lived in Arizona. I've only driven through it, and that's even only once because we didn't come that way when we moved back. So I don't know a whole lot about it other than the Phoenix airport. which I think is kind of a horrible way to judge Arizona, because if all you ever got was just an experience at the Phoenix airport, you would probably never want to move there. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to skip this song too. I'm not much. Yes, the cobblestone roads. Yes. Oh. Although I did feel like there was an abnormal number of candy stores selling candy in barrels down there. So, Kelly, oh. But I enjoyed it. We always had a pleasant experience down there. And the restaurants were fun, and we went downtown one time. It was when one of our favorite restaurants from San Diego was actually like showing up there, and it was called Plant Power. And I am not a vegan, okay? I am not like, food is awful, but there's this vegan restaurant called Plant Power. And it was like so legit good that like I still think about they made like chicken wing kind of things that were so yummy that like I miss them. And they made like the best French fries. They did like bacon cheeseburgers. I mean, all of this was like fake meat, and they were so good. And so they opened one in Sacramento just before we moved back. So we went twice. Like we made the trek in twice from Rockland, which is not super close, but I think, is that I don't know if that's his tail. I don't think it's his tails right there, but so yeah, that was. But when we were there, we joked about the biker gangs that drove by. They were literally people on bikes with a like old school boombox on one of the bikes riding down the street. And I found that hilarious, the biker gangs. And it would have been, if just one had come by, it would have been one thing. But there were a couple that came by while we were sitting there eating. So anyway, I miss Plant Power, and that would be one of the, like, if we went back over to San Diego, that would be like one of the first stops I made, was going to Plant Power. Because we went to the one in OB a lot. This looks like such a mess right now, and I know that it won't when I'm done. Just getting some pencil laid down first. This is the beginning. Is it? No, this is not a drawing. That's the pinned comment. Is where you can get the drawing if you want it. Because of the project that I'm working on right now, because this is actually working towards a short that I'm going to be making with these. There just wasn't enough time to do my own drawing. Plus, this one was great. I love also getting to shout out other people. I enjoy the coloring aspect so much more than the drawing aspect, that it's like, dude, if I can let somebody else draw it and I get to shout them out, I'm all for it. So this is from MondayMandala.com. They've got a ton of stuff, and while they are simpler, because you can kind of see this looks more like a child's kind of coloring sheet, for me that gives me some space to do what I want. Thank you, Marker. Teapot. I'm just explaining, it's not my drawing. It's somebody else's drawing. I'm just doing the color work on it. Because this is the part I love. I love getting to work with the colors and everything else. And so if this allows me to get to that without having to go through the parts that stress me out, go for it. I'm going to shout the people out who do these awesome things. I do draw mandalas on my own. I enjoy that. I also enjoy plants. Like, I really love doing my own succulent drawings and stuff. So little different there. I don't enjoy. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas too. It is so. We typically do not watch The Nightmare Before Christmas until November. It is our bridge movie in my family. So to go between Halloween and Christmas, because like we have a bunch of like some fun Halloweens. Like I will be doing some Coraline this month. I've got a whole bunch of these that I found all on this website. So you want to go check them out. It's there. Print, color along with me. Maybe I can get together a list of all the ones I'm going to do on stream. I'm doing a bunch off of stream too because for shorts and staying with calendars. You honestly make me want to draw something Halloween-y. Oh, I love cartoon artists. That is so much fun. You love characters. See, I have a friend who's an illustrator, and she loves the drawing part, and I'm like, I love doing the color work and colorist, and so it works out. Thank you for the subscription. It should pop up in just a minute, unless you have yours privated. You'll get a thank you minute. But I'm so glad you're here. I work in color pencils. It's what I enjoy. I review color pencils. Oh, I meant to change the music. I got distracted. That happens. Let's go to the next song. There we go. I have other mediums I want to try. But yeah. Oh, yeah, it is a great movie. But I enjoy these. There's so many fun ones. Coraline, Corpse Bride. I'll be doing all of those. They've even got some for Ghostbusters. There we go, finally! One of my Streamlabs things triggered. It's working. You show my drawings. If you wanted to, a lot of people share them on Instagram with me. So, if Adriana was here, she is over Romania. She's a fashion design student. She's sometimes in the streams and she sends me messages with her artwork. She's an incredible portrait artist, so she's here. These artists, I'm a fuzzy person. Well, I appreciate the compliments. I have found that with pencils, the biggest thing is patience and trusting the process and knowing that, like, okay, this layer right here, I know it looks absolutely horrible. But to get this moon right, it's going to be a bunch of layers, and each layer is going to start to come together and start to come together. And then all of a sudden it'll be like, awesome. So, do you use anything on my brush to blend? That is Gamsol. I put it in the shopping link so you can check it out. Again, buy it where you want to buy it. I don't care. I put it there so it's easy to find. This guy right here. So what you do is you just dip your brush in that. I have a, you can see, I have a little paper towel. That is the word I'm looking for. Paper towel that I blot on, and then you go in. It takes layers of pencil to be able to blend. And so, like this first layer, it's barely going to do anything to when I go in with the Gamsol. I will. Then when I come back with it after another layer, then it'll really start to blend. And how it does it is, if you're not familiar with it, basically it melts the binder in the pencil. So what's binding the pigment, and that's what allows it to create the look that you get. So how long? This is my second stream. I worked 3 hours yesterday on this with it, and then it'll be, I'll finish it today. I've got a hard stop though around 2:15-ish. So, Gamsol. Okay, cool. Some people don't understand how Gamsol works. So I was like, I've never tried it. I have a blender pencil here as well that I will use, especially on tight areas sometimes to get in there. It's always good to know your pencils before. I know how Prismacolors work and how they blend, and I love the way they blend. I have some Calors down here that I need to finish their review, and I haven't tested them, so one of the reasons why I'm not using them. I'm not for sure how they would behave with all of this. Okay, this looks absolutely horrible right now. A question for you. What's the hardest part to draw when you draw cartoon characters? So, I enjoy shadowing. The way I draw, there's always a way to fix it. and knowing that there's a way to fix it kind of keeps blocks from doing blending and shadowing with it. So I'm not scared to jump in and go in heavy, like with my white right there. Probably the hardest part is like the first step with the blending and the shadowing is deciding where that needs to go and really thinking about where my light source is and how it's going to come in, and really shine on it. Yeah, Prismacolors behave so well, Kathy. But yeah, so that is probably the hardest part is that first layer where I'm deciding where everything is. Will take the longest, and then from there it's just tweaks. It's like, plus it's just an image on a piece of paper. If I really hate it, I could start over. That's the beauty of it. It's like I'm not married to this forever. Okay, so I'm gonna put in a little more yellow around the edge here and go in a little heavier, a little more yellow. I love coloring on black. It is one of my favorite things to do. And this is literally Prismacolors on black construction paper. This is not fancy art paper. So I found that I just run it through my printer. I have fancy art paper too. That's for stuff like I would do that for something I play. I use alcohol markers and pencils. Oh, those using markers and pencils together is a beautiful combination. And that's one of the reasons I want to learn how to use markers more. It's one of those, it's like that's a whole nother thing to invest in. I'm going to turn this so that I have the right angle here with my hand. We're getting around the circle. I am very right-handed. Yeah, I really enjoy black. One of the first things I ever did on it, I can pull it up here in a minute. I did in San Diego. Yeah, this paper right here, it's literally just construction paper. I have, as I said, I have better paper for when I'm this is my budget-friendly option. They don't make. Oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying being here. I hope I'm fun to be around. I would like to be. I enjoy having you on stream. I have children who are introverts. I understand how that goes. Okay, back in with the deco yellow now. Kind of bringing these together. It's getting there. Some blending, this guy will be much better. That's part of the reason why black is so much fun. Is because your paler colors get to really shine. Like, you know, normally when you're coloring on white, like these real pastel colors don't show up and you're like, oh, they're so subtle. But when you work on the black, they get to kind of take center stage. And I just will keep working these layers. As I said, it's a game of layers. I enjoy it. Part of why it's easier to keep going after once you reach this point. Probably why I don't like the first layer when you're figuring all that out as much as the subsequent ones, because it's a lot to do. Oh, there's nothing to be scared of. I think it's easier to hide mistakes on black. No, but if you're using markers on black aren't going to nearly behave the way a good pencil will. And also note that if you have the Faber-Castell polychromos, they'll work great too. With this, the Kohinoor Progressos, not as much. I'll go back in with the cream. Here, I'll even show you, like, this is like, hold on, can I reach it? Will my tether let me get over there? Just proof. This is my construction paper that I get. Now I have to cut it to size. Just cheap construction paper is what I got. Let me see what I've got here on my good paper, because I have, as I said, I actually have good paper too. See, this one, which is designed for, I can zoom out for a moment, which is designed for pastel, is a nice heavier weight. Right there, I enjoy that. That would be if I was creating something I was going to frame, I would use that paper. That's the first thing I ever did. I did that in pastel. There's a little skull that had a succulent. I'd never really played with pastels before, so that was my first attempt with them. Kind of liked them, kind of didn't. I don't know. I come back to pencils, so he's a normal. Canson does make a good one. Like if you're wanting it in a sketchbook, in their XL line, which are typically pretty inexpensive. Right here, I have that as well. So you can see I haven't done a whole lot in it. I used it for testing pencils, and that's been about it. So I was testing metallics. Each quadrant was a different brand, kind of seeing how they worked. And then trying to do spirographs on this with some gel pens. It did not work well, as you see, and then that just made a mess. So there's a little bit of my sketchbooks. I don't show my sketchbooks that often, mainly because I don't normally finish things in my sketchbooks. It's where I try things. I don't. So let's zoom back in here. Get that sun. I think they're actually mowing our yard today, which is making me really excited because it needs it so desperately. And then all the rain came and it got even longer. Oh, this is starting to get there when I melt this here in a second. How do you manage to print out a coloring page on blank paper? That's what I'm curious about. Oh, on this paper, it goes straight through my printer, no problem. I can kind of, here, I've got one. I can show you my Sally. You can kind of see what it'll look like right here. So this is, you can kind of see how the lines show up. Just enough. Right there. And then if I'm sketching on my black, normally I can see the graphite okay. It's not really hard to see the graphite. I also have transfer paper that's white that I will use sometimes to help put an image on. Probably my biggest piece, which you can see over on Instagram, it's hanging on the wall, so I can't get it down to show you, is on dark brown paper. And I used white transfer paper to get the design from smaller to bigger onto it, and laid that out with that. I should just try it. Yeah. You might want to test your black paper. Like some of mine are too dark and don't like it. Like this is like a good shade of black. Just test it out. And I mean, if worse comes to worse, you can use the, as I said, a transfer paper, white transfer paper to put the image on, and it'll be in white for the lines instead of black. And especially if I'm using Gamsol with that, because it's most transfer paper, like especially for the white, is wax based. Your lines disappear. So if you're trying to do realism, you can hide it in there pretty easily. Yeah, I was testing some Crayola pencils last week on stream, and everybody's like, "Are you sure it's not the paper you're using?" And then I pulled this out. I have some other Prismacolors on black, and I said, "Okay, I have used the same paper for this and this, and it came out this way, so this is this product in comparison." It's like, oh, it can work. All pencils are not created equal on black paper. There we go. I think we're ready to hit that with Gamsol now. I got enough on here. It should... I'm like debating tinting it a little bit more. A little more yellow. I'll just put a little bit on top of all of this. Tone it a little bit. Oh, I was zoomed in more than I thought. Sorry about that. You're so underrated. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Maybe someday. I've been doing this for a while, but I took breaks because, you know, life is real. And so the fact that I was able to revive a channel that I had to take breaks, that I took a long break from, to healthy is, I think, a big deal in and of itself. There we go. Got that in a little bit better there. And in a little more yellow. Dear color page, you're helpful. Oh, thank you. Oh, I love it. I hope you enjoy. That's the whole point I'm here, is like so that we create together. So please do create. My original tagline was art happens in everyday life. Like the idea, like knowing that creativity is everywhere if you just look for it, because like I believe, like part of what I do is I'm a content strategist, for companies, and so I work with spreadsheets, but I can see creativity in spreadsheets, you know, and how it's very different. Why did I grab this size? I should have grabbed the biggest one. Where are you, big giant brush? There you are. I grabbed the little brush. There we go. Big giant brush. Let's go. You can see this still doesn't have quite enough pencil down. When it has enough pencil down, it just kind of melts, and it's like the coolest thing ever. How did you start on YouTube? So Shrubs, who's been in and out, that's my husband, he encouraged me to start. And so that I could get comfortable on camera and talking with people. At the time, this will tell you exactly how long ago it was. I literally started on Periscope, so that, you know, as I was trying and learning and just getting a little more confident and ready, I would go live on Periscope while I was just creating, and he would sit there in the room with me, kind of helping moderate and stuff. Not that I had a lot of people, because I had a business. Grace and Lottie's has existed officially as a business since 2008. It was in fiber arts and textiles, which was my first mediums that I was really, really active in. And so I had a studio at the Melbourne Art Center, worked with other artists, then homeschooled kids for a little bit, and that's when in 2016 started the YouTube channel. Literally just, I'd been doing craft shows and some stuff in that time. But yeah, just started with something that was easy to film, this was somewhat easy. It was such a trial and error kind of a method at the time. Like, I remember, like, I literally had a lamp that I set on my desk and had to like turn the lampshade to try to get the light right, and like trying to get lighting figured out and get the camera angled correctly. Like, several of my first videos were literally filmed on an iPhone 4. And there's one that still is doing, like, I just noticed it got like 32 views in the last 2 hours, or 2 days. It was one I filmed in 2016 that really did well for a small channel. It was my first video to do really, really well. And it was filmed on an iPhone 4, and I look at it and it's like, at least now I don't get quality comments on that, because if people look, it's like, it's from 2016. What do you expect, right? But yeah, just creating and keep creating. At first, we were editing just on iMovie, and then in beginning of 2017, I got the computer I'm still using right now, which is amazing to me. It still works fine. And I learned Final Cut. At that point, I sat down and did like an actual like college course in Final Cut editing. That was available on iTunes U, which I miss. I loved iTunes U. I did a lot on iTunes U back in the day. So I learned it all there. So it's not hard. Like, really, the barrier to entry is literally clicking some buttons. I recommend making it a brand channel versus a personal channel. just so that you can keep like your personal viewing and your brand stuff separate. So if you come up with a name, like if you're doing Kathy Guarina cards, could be your channel that you're producing content on versus just you personally. It allows, I like that little bit of separation, especially for a little bit of business stuff. Like that's why you see my channel is not my name, it's my business name. Yeah, it's a, you never know unless you try it. I think the barriers to entry are even less now. I will say that I am streaming on a fairly complicated for starting setup, in that I am running through streaming software with an actual video camera that's shooting my desk. It's not a phone, but you can literally stream from a phone. And that's where I would start. Is that way you don't have any editing. And that way that lessens the barrier to entry. With that, I'm gonna have to do more layers. I was hoping it would come together a little faster. It's such a big area here, but I ran a recording studio in San Diego for digital content. It was for podcasting, YouTube, that kind of thing, for businesses to come in and create content at. So you could rent the studio to create in, because most people didn't have room. And I like had the actual like podcasting microphones and all of that. So I understand, I have a pretty good understanding of how to start and how I coach people to start. And the tried and true thing still holds true today for this. Like, what do you do? How do you start a channel? Well, you start a channel, you start creating. If you've got, like, if you're starting a brand from zero, it's still the same today as it was 10 years ago. You create the social accounts, right? And I recommend getting all of, like, sign up on all the platforms, whether you're using them right now or not, so somebody doesn't take your name. Oh, it's funny, discussion around Shrek popped up. That's hilarious, Shrubs. Just so nobody can squat on your name or create confusion. And you start creating content, share it with your family and friends. So share, let them know, let them be your first supporters, the people who show up first for your content, and then just keep going. Know that your first videos will be awful, and that's okay. You will grow as a creator, and each, especially, you know, if you come at it with the right attitude, you're going to grow and get better with each one. And you'll look back and you'll be like, those were so awful, but those were the first ones I did, and that's what got me started on the journey, which is awesome at the same time. So keep rotating. I'm back. What did you find? You found A. I'm like waiting. I love it. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Oh, Winnie the Pooh Halloween coloring page. I gotta craft Kathy. I'll go by craft Kathy. Okay, so you've got your name. Awesome. You're ready to go. So where's your current audience for that? So if you've got this brand, is it currently on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook? Ooh, look at this. I am so curious about that Winnie the Pooh coloring book right now. You have no idea. Because a Winnie the Pooh Halloween coloring book sounds absolutely awesome right now. I'm mildly envious. I have been debating starting a kids channel with crayons. Facebook. Okay, so Facebook is where you are right now. So you've got a little bit of an audience. So getting a Facebook audience to migrate over to YouTube isn't super hard. You just let them know. Because Facebook, it's a little harder to migrate an Instagram audience. So I'm glad it's on Facebook. But yeah. It's him holding a Halloween pumpkin bucket of sweets. Oh, I bet it's so cute. Oh, do I have time to fit into the schedule? But I have been debating a kids channel. I'm like kind of completely upside down now. I'll have to go look that up. Okay. Working out upside down is kind of funny. Let's flip it back up the right side. I'm going to add a little more cream now. Just keep adding layers. There we go. Let's see how this goes. One more blending. Okay. Big brush. Big gamsol energy, right? Here we go. There we go. It's starting to move. Had an Etsy sale. Christy ordered some items. Thank you, Christy. So many layers. So much blending. Starting to come together. So many layers. So many layers. I need happy knot. There we go. I think liking Pooh Bear is mandatory. I agree with that one, Shrubs. Shrubs likes Winnie the Pooh a lot. It's one of our favorite parts in the Kingdom Hearts games is getting to do things with Winnie the Pooh. I go live 4 days a week. So Tuesday through Friday, I am live at noon Central. So you can. That's my schedule. I do shorts most days. So yeah, that is where you can find me. I thought this might be my last layer. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. There's going to be another layer coming after this one. It'll be okay. I feel like I've been working on this moon for years at this point. I do not normally work on areas quite this large. So yep, that's I'm findable. I mean, the channels. If you subscribe to the notification, it should give you a notification too whenever a live stream's going up. Okay. I'm getting a little bit bored of the moon, but it'll be okay. It is almost there. Another layer of cream. My mom is on her way here, and there's been a wreck, so she's getting rerouted, which tells me it's a pretty bad. She's not gonna be here till around 4, so I've got more time to stream today. I thought she was gonna be here in about 15 minutes, so maybe I will get this done on stream. Sorry, went off camera there. I'm gonna come in with the yellow on the outside. Okay, gonna try another. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay. Oh, thanks for the sub, Sabrina. If you're in the stream, you may just be watching another video. I don't know. If you're here, thank you. I appreciate it. Almost there. Okay, I think this will be the magic one where the Gamsol and everything just really, there is so much color laid down on this thing. It should be ready to go. Okay, deep breath. Dip in the Gamsol. Clean the brush. It is coming now. Feels good to see it coming together now. Keep going. Keep going. looking good. We're gonna, oh. Look at that. It's looking great. It is so looking great. Like, I'm looking at that color and I adore it. Oh, I think that is pretty close to perfect here. There we go. Oh, I'm happy with this. Look at that guy. Look at him. Okay, I'm gonna add in just a little bit up here. Okay, so there's that. Now, how do I make these glow? So I'm gonna play with the pumpkin first. I've got my beautiful neon yellow here. Let's get the black light ready. Let's zoom in on the pumpkins right here. I'm gonna add in a layer of the neon. Okay, so let's see. Did that just add in a little bit of glow? A little bit. Look, you see it? Oh, whoa, look at that. This is actually pretty fun. Let's see here. Where are you? Blender pencil. There we go. There he is. Woo! That was, whoa. Let my eyes adjust here. Let's work on this guy down here now. Okay. Okay, there, those glow now. Now to put a little bit of glow on the moon. So Okay. Let's rotate now. Okay, so I'm gonna try gamsoling this. I don't know how this is gonna work. I've never gamsoled neon pencil before, so I'm really curious. It is glowing. I know it's hard for the camera to really adjust. What I'm using to add glow is just the neon pencil and the Prismacolor set. I'm trying to use a little bit of Gamsol here to even it out a little bit. It did add a little bit of a green tint. I'm okay with that. Oh, it is working. It is still glowing. Hey, Drawing Vibes, welcome in. I'm working with Gamsol and a neon pencil. This is my first time doing this, so kind of seeing how this is going to work. Kind of playing with it. So if the color seems a little bit weird, that's why I've got a black light here. It helps me see how well coverage is. How do you get neon colors? So cool. It's fun to do. And I'll let you know, this little neon light that I got a 2-pack on Amazon for 14 bucks. I love it. I keep it mounted at my desk so I can grab it whenever I need to. There we go. Okay, now to do this side. Smooth out the side. So if you see, as I come in, you can see that it's glowing. Kind of set it to the side here. And all neons are not created equal, FYI. My favorite ones, which I should have probably brought out for this because I think they have the best feel, is actually Kohinoor has a partnership with Chart Pack that they created. They're meant to be kind of like dry highlighters in pencil form, and I adore them for neon. Like, they have the best feel. Thank you, Khadija. I think it's turning out really well. I'm having some fun with this neon. I know it's not coming across on the camera super great, but there is something just about adding something fun that and using this in such a way, when I turn this on, you'll be able to see it's like it'll be tinted a little bit green here, but it won't be obvious that this is a neon until a black light will be shown on it, and then a couple of areas will glow. And I'm really excited about that. There we go. So let's take this off now. Ooh, my eyes need to adjust. Camera will adjust, and you'll see that, look, it looks like kind of a normal moon behind him. Little greenish, but not anything out of the ordinary. Just kind of smooth out some of that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I love it. I adore that. That moon took forever. I've been working on it for, it feels like, eons. But oh, I am so happy with it. Oh goodness, that was sitting on my Gamsol down here. That quarter, it will dry. It'll be okay. Do not panic. Do not panic. So now I've got to do all the little ghosts and ghoulies. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the background, and that's going to have this guy finished. I may tone the background just a little bit more. It is toned to purple, but it's not super visible that it's toned. And the toning in the movie is a little more plum. I'm going to watch the movie just to double check what I remember for the colors and what I've been seeing online. So I may add a little bit more purple toning to that. Let me sharpen up my pencils here. Let's get ready and let's do these little guys in the background. Wrapping up. Okay, Shrubs is getting ready to head home. Okay, so let's get going here. Now let's get this little guy. I'll zoom in on him. There we go. Now you can see him a little better. There we go. One little ghoulie. Let's hit them with the Gamsol here. There we go. One little ghoulie. Okay, I'm adding my little bit of glow. That's where it gets funny, getting to see where it shows up. Yeah, I like the way. Yeah, did a little bit here with some black light right there. There we go. So there he is without it. It'll adjust here in a second. I need to come in and add his eyes back in. Where is my black? There we go. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Okay, daytime. Nighttime. Okay, it'll be easier to see here. Hold on. Let's do it this way. So you can see where it's glowing. So daytime. Nighttime. Okay. It's harder to see. It's so much easier to see in person. But yeah. Daytime, nighttime. Or back at daytime, nighttime. Yeah. Anyway, adding in a UV element to this one because I thought it would be really fun. And it is. I'm liking it a lot. It was the right call. I debated it and I'm like, I've never tried, like, especially using Gamsol on neon pencils. I have not ever tried. So I think it has come together really well. So let's go ahead and get this bat. I'm gonna go ahead and do both bats at the same time right here. Yeah, it's part of the fun is to have it kind of pull both. So I'm picking where I use the UV reactive pieces. So it's just in the pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern smiles, then the moon, and then these little guys in the background. So I just totally messed that up. Where are you, little eraser pencil? There we go, little eraser pencil. Okay. So History Gaming, do you do retro games? Because I love retro games. Okay, there's one little bat done. Let's get the other little bat done real quick, and then we'll go to UV. Okay, next one down. This is Deco Yellow. First one was Lemon Yellow. This is Deco Yellow. Kind of clean up that line. Where did my eraser go? There we go. Clean up that line. There we go. Let's go back in with the deco. Okay, now let's put that black light back on. You guys ready? It's time for the fun. The black light helps me see where coverage is. I love it because, like, the tip. It's hard to tell because I mean, it's daytime in here, so If it was nighttime, it would be way more. But yeah, get the bits off here. Okay, let's go in now. Helps me see where I've gone. Okay, now hit this with Gamsol. Look at this. There you go. There we go. More. That's done. Ooh, there's Jack. Let's get this side. We got 3 left to do, and that's going to be it for today. Like, after that, I'll be toning a background. The moon was long enough. I'm not going to put everybody through watching real-time toning a background, because, like, this is... It needs to get a little more color in it. It is toned. It's just not much. Not a lot, but it's like, it's slow going. it'll add a lot to the end, but it is a very slow process. So let's go ahead and let's see here. Here's our first one. Let's zoom into this little ghost. Come on, find the ghost. Find the ghost, camera. Sometimes it doesn't want to. Why are you not wanting to focus? There we go. I can get a little closer. There we are, there we are. Okay, give a little more here. Okay, now to add in the neon. I think Shrubs is home. Or Girly. Could be either one. Oh, I'm actually doing this. Look at this. I am doing this without. Did that without the light. So we'll see how well I did. This will be the test. How well did I do coverage without the light on? Let's see. Not too bad. You can see where the coverage I missed. It's pretty funny. That's Shrubs. Shrubs is home. Oh no, it's Girly. Okay. He looks so funny right now. Okay, let's hit him with some Gamsol. Then we'll do the bottom two. there's that. Nope, not shrubs. Oh. 15 minutes till shrubs is home. I'm gonna add in a little more color on this guy. I don't need canary yellow. I need this yellow. There was a wreck. My mom's on her way, and there was a wreck on 40, so she has been delayed. There we go. I'm a little happier with that. I may add, let's lighten them up in the middle just a little bit. A little more of a belly. There we go. A little bit more color there. Now I just have a bat. See, the bat is here. Ghost goes down to here. Yeah, they're both on camera. That's why I was like, it's hard to see them right now. You'll be able to see them better in just a second. I'll outline them both first. I think I need to change the music here. It's in one of those endings where it's really, really quiet. Let's get another song. There we go. There you go. That's got the points defined. Now let's get this little guy done. Come in with the deco yellow. I'm glad that this has helped inspire you, giving you some new ideas. I'm trying new things today myself, so. now let's add the neon. Let's see how well I can do. Let's find the neon pencil first. There it is. It's on the other side of my black light. I was like, I can't find my neon pencil. Let's test. Let's see how well I do. Not seeing. Okay, now let's hit this with the Gamsol. Oh, I need to check my coverage. I think my coverage is pretty good. I love coming in and it looks like a kindergartner colored it. It's like, yeah, you did a great job. There we go. Okay. Okay, last one. There we go. Ah, all done right there. Woo! Camera's gonna take a second to adjust. Put a piece of white. If I put a piece, do I have anything white? That's kind of white. Let's have it focus on that. It'll come back here in just a second. This is also very white. There we go. Now we're coming back. It's getting white. Okay. So there's a full screen of Jack. Kind of see him all there. Okay, I think that's pretty good. For there, I'm probably going to have some touch up to do for a little while, and that's normal. It's good for me to walk away from it for a little bit, and I'll tone the back. You guys will get to see the finished when it is finished. Next Tuesday, when I'm back live, it'll be on to Sally right here, so I'm looking forward to that. Getting to do her. There's a lot more background here, so the background's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll have some glowy windows and things that can be done with that. So thanks, Kathy. I think it's looking good. And I look forward to seeing you next week. There's not going to be a log form tomorrow. I'll probably have a couple of shorts go up between now and Tuesday. So if you're subscribed and haven't clicked the notifications, you can see those when they come out. They're a lot of fun. I ask a lot of questions there too. So just get your feedback. So anyway, that is it for today. I've enjoyed getting to hang out with everybody, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.